Peace and blessings. Keep up the lessons. You know who this is. This is your brother Talib from the Brother Talib Show. Back again. Welcome back. And I'm going to give you a good rundown on some news today dealing with the BRICS. So just stay with me and we're going to see. Are you ready? Let's get it. Alrighty then. Peace and blessings. Keep up the lessons. Assalamu alaikum to my brothers and sisters of the Muslim faith or Islam, so forth. Yeah, today, as you notice, I got on my left over there, Freedom Nation. Got it up there for those brothers and sisters and all the people that are a part of the Freedom Nation community out in, there's a village, it's called Freedom Village, Georgia, and out there in Hancock County, doing their thing out there. Or all shout outs to them and my man, my brother, good brother Farouk Hunter, the main lead of the community, the Freedom Nation organization, and the brothers and sisters that work with him, his own partners. All shout outs to those brothers, and much respect is due to them for doing what they're doing to create freedom for a nation of the lost nation, as you can say, or the hybrid nation of descendants of Africa, African American, especially, and brown people as well as the likes as well, who are struggling and have been struggling in North America or the Americas due to the hegemony and control that was on a level where it was more racist and more race supremacist type of agenda that was pushed over 400 years into this part of the world, and throughout the world as well, through colonization from the Europeans and so forth. But we know the whole story. So basically, I'm not going to get in here. This is not for me to get into. I'm here to get into BRICS nations. Now, BRICS nations, those of you who don't know, again, I've done it in my other videos, are consisted of 5 alliance countries. They created an alliance on a more financial basis to build financial structure, financial inclusion, and more control on a sovereign type of basis for each country. And it's consisted of the first 5 countries, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Now, of course, there has been expansion as far as memberships, and there are more countries that are coming into the BRICS nations, which is, they call it BRICS Nations Plus, or BRICS Plus. So now there's more expansion in that area, and there's a lot going on. But I want to give you a rundown of the news of what's going on, taking place, some of the news. And today, when I was doing some research and looking into what's going on, I found that we have some stuff going on, like in Kazakhstan, and this is especially for my brothers and sisters in Freedom Nation that are out there in Kazakhstan. This looks good, very good to know that Kazakhstan is a part of the actual things that are going on, and the structuring of BRICS nations to grow further and expand throughout the world, especially in those areas that have had exclusion from the West, because the West has dominated and the West has been imperialistic in its maneuvers to have financial control. And then we have of course, as they say, elitist powers that be that are the top and sit at the top seats, and then they give the banking systems or the central banking systems the key masters or the gatekeepers to block off anyone or any other nation, even forcefully, with the military-industrial complex, military complex that goes against any country that is trying to go against or create its own sovereign or independent financial system. The traditional financial systems were put together by the powers that be, as we know in the West, and especially the European countries. So and they were gathered as an alliance. And as we say, G7, that is part of that. They're part of that. The G7 has been knocked down from off its pedestal as far as expansion, as far as growth in the areas of the financial systems, global financial systems. Like BRICS has taken a step above, many steps above now, and is continuing to grow. So to basically get into it, Kazakhstan, BRICS ready, as it says, Kazakhstan, BRICS ready to continue close cooperation. Let me put on my glasses so that I can see a little better, because sometimes this writing is a little small, even on the computer. Okay, so Ambassador of Kazakhstan, Yurkin, I can't even pronounce his name, Akis Zakhanov, met with BRICS, I think it's Sharp of the Republic of South Africa, right? Wow, this is, let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. Hold on for a second. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can blow it up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, South Africa, the BRICS Sherpa of the Republic of South Africa, Ano Sukale, forgive me if I mispronounced that name, Kazim informed cites the press service of the Kazakh MFA. Okay, I don't understand some of those terms. They're different organizations from what I presume. The diplomats discussed perspectives of interaction between Kazakhstan and BRICS, including in the context of the South Africa's chairperson or chairmanship from January 2023 is this organization. So this stuff has been going on throughout from the beginning of the year and even before then, and is continuous growth. And Kazakhstan is, as it's said here, is part of the initiatives that are going on. They also exchanged views on topical issues on the international agenda. Following the meeting, the parties expressed their readiness to continue close cooperation on a regular basis. So, that's pretty good for the, Kazakhstan, and I would say the brothers and the sisters that are there from the Freedom Nation that are establishing, building that community there. The initiative that's been taking place due with my good brother Farouk Hunter, really strong works there. I even posted a video where he had some documents prior to this video about him, a little bit of what he did when he did an open box, session, and spoke on in a transparent way about what he's been doing and the initiatives and the things that have been taking place in Kazakhstan, and that they've reached that level and everything has been done, and a lot of the documentation and regulation or documentation that are showing proof of regulatory clarity is there for them to move forward with their development and building the structures that are going to be there for business. And it's going to be pretty much like a business hub as well as for living and residing there for the people who are going to be doing business but also living and residing in Kazakhstan for the purpose of being on the ground, feet, boots on the ground, doing their thing. So again, to finish up with BRICS, how BRICS is coming together to challenge the U.S. dollar, and you see, I got that that image up there. It says they got all the dollars in front, and they're out there doing their thing. So how BRICS? Okay, so what it says, and this is from Menhel Mukhtar. It was an article I found. Meanwhile, the downfall for the U.S. dollar remains work in progress. The U.S. dollar is continuously facing backlash. Now, Russia thinks that BRICS should not or should do more. It has floated the idea of a common currency. The first indication came in January when the Russian foreign minister issued the statement in which he said, "Serious, self-respecting countries are well aware of what is at stake," and it says, and want to create their own mechanisms to ensure sustainable development. And I agree. It is in this direction that have been voiced recently about the need to think about creating our own currencies. There we go. That's independence within the framework of BRICS. This idea is now gathering steam big time. Okay, that's true. Reports say that they are working on a proposal which is likely to be presented in August when the BRICS summit will be held in South Africa, and that's soon to come. And there was a summit, from what I would say, prior to that in China. BRICS is an acronym, and this is for those who don't know. Again, is an acronym that stands for an association of five major emerging national economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The term BRIC was initially coined in 2001 by Jim O'Neill, an economist at Goldman Sachs, to refer to the four countries, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, which were expected to become dominant suppliers of manufactured goods, services, and raw materials by the mid-21st century. In 2010, South Africa was included in the group, and the acronym was changed to BRICS. The five countries are all members of the G20, and together they represent about 42% of the world's population, 23% of global GDP, and 17% of world trade. The BRICS countries cooperate in various areas, such as trade, investment, finance, and technology, and they hold summits annually to discuss issues of mutual interest. The BRICS countries have been exploring ways to challenge the dominance of the US dollar in international trade and finance. One of the ways they are doing this is by increasing the use of their own currencies in trade with each other. Okay, so I can continue. There's a lot in this article. Maybe I'll go into it later because of the time, due to the time that I do not have. I have to go to work soon. I mean, I can't really go further into it, but you get the message. And I was listening to something on Twitter, and then some guys that I do some discussions with, and they were telling me, the people that were speaking there, I was listening actually. They were talking about different issues and global issues and geopolitical, issues that are going on, and BRICS was included. And there were a lot of people talking about the de-dollarization and how BRICS was pushing that forth and so forth. So several of the people were talking like, don't get so afraid and scared. They're really not doing anything. There's no alliance. There's no agreements yet. No written documents. Someone was saying, "Show me the written documentation that they had agreements and this is being done and it's in the works." Things are obvious. I don't know what you're saying, what that person was saying, what they were trying to do. They were personally in denial, or they were trying to create denial for people so that people won't feel as though America is going under as far as on a financial basis. There's a financial crisis, just like even the government and the feds are always trying to put out everything's okay. Bunch of lies and bulaki. America's going down as far as on an economical basis, and there's going to be a fall, a crash, whether it's the dollar, whether it's the economy, what have you. Something's going to happen soon, and we have to be prepared and position ourselves and be ready. And Freedom Nation, that's one that I've done, and I made my moves. I am a citizen, and I'm thankful for that, alhamdulillah. And I would say for any of you who know what's going on, whether you're in Africa, especially in the States, as an African descendant, African American, hybrid, nation known as African Americans, that we should get up and make moves and maneuver ourselves. Don't just sit there and say, okay, I'm gonna deal with this, do that, or make complaints and be compliant. Be complacent and not do anything. Get yourself ready and prepared for what's coming. Okay. And I would like to leave off at that and say, I appreciate you guys from listening to me and everything. Don't forget to subscribe. Because I try to bring a lot more information as much as I can. And in order for you to get that and receive that, and it's for free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Just click the subscription button on in your streaming area where you watch these videos, and then right on the side of it or above it, I can't remember how it's formatted, but there's like an icon that's like a bell, and you click on that, and you can get notifications in your email or however it's going to send it, how YouTube does it, and you will be able to get more videos, future videos from me, and that are with more information that I receive to give to you. And again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to click the like button on your way out. But on your way out, just stay with me and watch this. This is a little slide, and you get to see what's going on. And as you see, BRICS, they're doing their thing. It's nonstop. And then there, guys are gathering. They've been doing this. And their summits are proof to that. These people are not coming together just to say, hey, let's have some drinks and talk, like for those people in Twitter. And then, this is the map. It shows the whole, most of the area in green. And then it shows how the dollar behind it, the hegemony of the power of the dollar, petrodollar, whatever you want to call it, the global reserve currency is going down. And this is one of the BRICS nation summits in China. And we'll see one coming in, South Africa soon. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you again. And you guys have a great day. Until the next time, peace and blessings, and keep up the lessons. It's your brother Talib from the Brother Talib Show. Have a good one.